is how we're going to work our scales. Instead of doing the scale with just the one hand, we're going to start putting patterns in the left hand. So this page is kind of set up in 4 parts. I shall show you. Part 1 was just that scale that we were just doing. With that rhythm. So make sure you get it in that groove. The left hand part 2, is on some of these extra pages. I have the left hand patterns pages. This was step 1, those chords that we were just doing. So we're going to put the right hand part to these left hand patterns. Okay? I went through all of them. I went through 1 through 3 for you, so you can see that in the beginning. But the next thing you could do is start doing different scales. So we know C is all white keys, but G has some black keys. And I say go through C, G, D, and A. That's 0 sharps, 1 sharp for G, 2 sharps for D, and 3 sharps for A. If you don't know those scales, look them up. Aren't I good at this? Yeah, the fingering's the same for all of them, so if you can figure out, you'll be pretty smart when you're like... You probably did something wrong. You can tell when you hit a wrong note pretty easily. So just keep listening or Google it. Type in D major scale, it'll come up pretty quickly. Anyway, the 4th part of this is to take those transposed scales and transpose the left-hand patterns. So you're basically doing a 1 chord and a 5 chord. In C, that's 1 chord and 5 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we're in G, we have a 1 chord and a 5 chord. It's D. Okay, so the pattern would be... 1 and 5. Alright? Again, it'll sound a little bizarre if you do it wrong. You know. So you'll be able to figure it out by ear a little bit. They should all sound the same, but just different keys. So you're going to go through your 4 scales, and then make sure you figure out your 4 progressions for the left hand. D is 1 and 5. G is 1 and 5, which becomes G and D. D is we're going to do 1 chord and the 5 chord. So. Figure out just if you can count, 1 chord and a 5 chord. Alright? And then do that with a beat on the metronome. That was about 100. You could go a little faster too, you could go a little slower, but that was at 100 that we did in the beginning. So find a drum loop or find something to play along with. Alright? Take it easy.